They found a win last week, notch up to 14. Can they keep that going to 15, or can the JADE Dragons be the team to stop them in their tracks? Let's start it all off in game number 1 with Gore and Trelly.
Thanks so much, J-Mac. That's right, it's Gore, it's Trelly, and of course showing us everything visually. It's going to be Doug, and it is very much Trelly. So maybe something Sot's going to have to, well, not even maybe, absolutely something Sot's going to have to figure out and overcome. Right now, though, it's Panatom trying to get away, has barely any health to his name. One more auto, but up on the Powwow. And he's looking for some pulls, doesn't connect onto Lasber with the chains, gets him there, gets the CC, walks on out of there. Now the damage is on the other side. Pagon gets a little bit onto Lasber, but he's up onto the tree, bounces away. Jake caught out of position and killed off Mike. Gets first blood 7 minutes in.
I cannot believe that Panatom was
making
able
their
to
way
get up
over here. Numbers advantage for the Dragons going to dwindle as the Warriors show up. Good pluck onto Mike. A lot of damage follow-up, but not enough to burn through him. There's going to be flat, and there's going to be the execute. First blood there for the Warriors finally online. And now they're trying to chase down a little more. Dardes TKO'd, Vote
it was a
knocked
bit
away as well.
Right, they attempted.
Teensy bit.
Yeah, they said, hey, damage check, going for the stun onto Vote, but can't find the relic. Oh my goodness, so much damage though.
Yeah, they chase him down, they get the beads sometimes, man. It's just that easy for a dodgy. Stygian Beacon on the board, capture point controlled right now. Jake and Sot standing around, but they're gonna give that one up pretty quickly. Panatom looking for a kill, but might be getting killed. Lasber gets up onto the branch, just like Panatom's on the Powwow. Panatom needs to get out of here, but Lasber's waiting for him, crashes down, and gets the kill, and now Netroid is surrounded by 4. The damage is just there, and they turn a little bit around and are able to pick up Vote, but they've lost 3 in the process. They need this kill onto Lasber. Pagon leading the way in damage. The Cauldron's going to try and disengage, but Nika once more. The Dragons are not settling for a 2 for 3. They are diving under the tower, and they're looking for a little more. Sot gets Dardes. Sot is looking for a little extra, gets Mike, and they go 4 for 4. Just the solo laners left.
Wow, I mean, all of that starts with Panatom getting aggressive. I heard the Trickster Spirit. I was like, where is that?
This might just be the rotation for the Pyro. Full commit. And they're going to jump down on that. One ult already gone. Pyromancer burned by the Dragons. Mike picks up the bomb, dashes out. Jake gets a good pluck, blink, and it's on to Mike. The damage follow-up needs to be there. Sot's going for the execute, finds one, and that's going to start this fight one more time for the Warriors. Where they go with their sights, though. A little bit of damage towards Dardes, a little bit of damage towards Nika.
Trying to force beats,
no
things
kill
like that. But one more beacon fight, SOT's already there.
Same can be said for Nika, though. Rotations in the mid. Everyone, actually, except for Lasbra, is over here. He can step up pretty easily. Sot standing in the perfect spot, but Jake, he's not. He gets melted easily by Vote. Now it's a 5v4. Sot can't get out of this one. Body blocks are good, and 2 kills for the Dragons in the blink of an eye. Beacon gonna go their way, and now it's about Nika. A little bit of poke thrown towards him, tanky enough that he doesn't care, and a Horus ult from Mike gets the Dragons right onto the Fire Giant. Titans are gonna be running down mid. The Dragons won't care. They'll have 5 strong with the FG.
And this is what I was talking about. From the start, you can see
Lasber was up in the air.
Double Runic Bomb.
And it's going to be double Runic Bomb. It just Vote this time.
They didn't get it, though.
But they haven't quite taken it. No, they're forced away. Now the Warriors with the rotation. They've got some good damage. It's not enough to save Jake's life. But he trades it out in order to keep the Phoenix alive.
Invisible, stepping forward, seeing who he can find. And all the while, Netroid is clearing up those fire minions. Finally, EFG has started up, and it's going down fast. Sot, the only one in the pit. Is he in the pit?
Well, for a little bit longer, but not much longer. Killed off. Same thing for Panatom. Lasbra gets onto the tree as well, and should have the disengage. Pagon looking for a little bit of a chase, but there's only so much you can do. 2 members of the Warriors gone in an instant, and an enhanced Fire Giant for the Dragons. They've got fire minions on left, and Trelly, they're going to start pushing down right.
Lasber's going to go for this.
He's going to stop Pagon. Has the stun, has some CC. Dangerous damage. But sometimes all you have to do is stall out the back. He did it once. You'll never guess what's about to happen. He's going to do it twice. Blinks forward.
No
has the damage this time. Kills off Pagon. And now that's 3 gone. The Dragons get to walk it right into the Titan room, all thanks to the jungler. And they're looking to end this game. Vote goes down, and so does Dardes. Jake stepping up big with the damage here. They're doing enough. Lasbra rotates in. Netroid's going to go down. Oh, and it looked like maybe the miracle defense existed, but the Dragons say no.
Start off this set with a Game 1 win for themselves. Finding a win in Game number 2 would put them on match point. Can they do it? Are the ONI Warriors going to tie this one up? Let's jump into Game number 2.
Well, the Warriors pushed back by 1, Trelly, at this point. It's still an impressive
1v1 until Marty gets some items online. Looking for an attempt to kill Mike here, but I don't think they've got the damage. I'm gonna just poke him out and try and look at a purple buff invade that's not even spawning yet.
Do you have the Dark Portal?
Oh,
and their
beautiful
jungler
pull.
pull back in. There's going to be the Reverse Rebuke, but the knockup is good. The auto is strong. And first blood for the Warriors.
Fight up against in lane, but maybe towards the beacon is the call. Nika does make the rotation over, and Sot comes in forward looking for a knockup. The beacon fight has begun.
It's already about a third of the way there. Damage onto Jake is massive, but it's not as massive. It's Panatom picking up Vote in the jungle. That's not around the beacon, but now the Susano able to rotate.
He has no idea. He has beads. That's it. He's got no death from above.
Tries to run from Netroid into the waiting arms of Panatom. Oh, and that one's cyberbullying. The kill goes to the carry for the Warriors. The simple notion of it starts a fight. Right now, though, they might just get the objective. You had mentioned it. Somebody from the Dragons has to step up, and if you want your best bet, keep your eyes on Dardez. Pagon fishing for the mid laner. Doesn't even have to worry too much about it. Warriors, Fire Giant on 5. Nika, Somersault Cloud trying to disengage. With enough mana, should be able to get away, but gets caught almost. Caught enough. Yes, there's the dash. There's the knockup. Panatom puts a 4th on the board for the Warriors. The rest group up.
But
on
can he
right.
go for it? It's just the cudgel. That's his 50-50.
Sot is the one that has the Runic Bomb. That's not there right now. Warriors get the Fire Giant, get it enhanced, and now they're looking for the chase down. Nika's on the Somersault Cloud. Should have the disengage, lands right on Netroid, and burn is there. The River's Rebuke does enough to peel them away. Here comes the Horizol, though, helping Pagon out. The stun is there on the Lasbra. Netroid comes in to save the day. 2 in the blink of an eye. Call it 3 as Netroid picks up a double, burning through the Dragons, and dominating this game are the Warriors with the EFG. 2 Phoenixes still down. All 5 are going to march down mid, and Trelly, they're going to tie this set up.
They're going to tie it up. Not only that, in a full-out shutout, Gord. 0 kills for the Jade Dragons. I would argue there was no fight. It was all a lot of let's just sit back, and I think the Jade Dragons had 2 options there. 1, let's just sit in our Titan room and see if we can hold out and keep the
matchup
Titan
to play for the next one down there, but you want to be the one moving forward. The Warriors going to try and keep their upward trend going back here, but can the Dragons slow them down? Let's jump right into game number 3.
That's right. It's been an undefeated year so far for the Warriors. Trelly might be in a little bit of trouble. There's a lot of people around. Flicker's going to get him away from some damage. And it should be enough to stop things. Jake comes in. I don't think they've got much turnaround potential. In fact, Lasbra is going to be coming back into the lane. Engage from Dardez is there. Lasbra dives under the tower.
Wow.
Autos are good, but the damage from the tower, Pagon's going to turn it around for first blood. Teaches you what a mid lane gank looks like. And now he's even walking forward. They've got Panatom in the jungle. They might go for a little more. Jake's playing aggressive with Panatom here.
If you hit every single Pele ability on him, but not when you have 20
Soul
stacks
Eater.
on a Soul Eater. It just doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Now a little bit of a chase down here, Netroid, but Jake's got the ult. Can he land in time? I don't think so.
Now Lasbra does exactly what he needs this time around. Couple more stacks on that Soul Eater. Suddenly what you can do. Of the map. They're going to start it up here. Already half health. Up to the sky goes the Horus. Jake comes in. That's enough to separate the Fury from the Dragons. And it's going to be the full 5-on-5. Mike taking a lot of damage. Mike burned down in an instant. Nika goes around to the back, but can't get too much done. Taunted in, and the damage is going to be there for the Raven as well. The chase is on to get the solo laner. Not quite able to find him. Good knockups and good peel from the Dragons. Better chase from the Warriors. They're going to have the lock down. They just have to whittle through the health bar, and they finally get their 3 kills up for them. And they're going to continue their chase into the tier 2. Not able to get Dardez. The Phoenix going to thwart a lot of this. Sot clone getting a little bit of damage. Even Sot getting a little bit of damage.
Metroid will be decent, but if Lasper finds a nice blink to the back line, it'd be scary. And look at Dardez's health already. He's got no beams.
Look at Pagon. He's just leading the way, not only burning through Dardez, but now looking to burn through Mike as well. Double kill for the mid laner. Ooh, and Lasbra, if he wasn't playing any carefully, it would have been 3 picked up for the Merlin. Instead, they clock it in. And with this advantage, Trelly, it is exactly what you had asked for. Fire Giant started up 24.5 in, and the kills are starting to roll in for the Warriors.
Yeah, confusing positioning there. I mean, Mike unfortunately dies. 4 darters since he tried to...
That also matters coming into this siege because you get a little bit of extra damage. Looks like the Titans are going to go down about the same time. And that's going to be the engage on left. Mike, once again, just burned through in an instant. Nika might be the next on the chopping block. The Phoenix goes down. The Dragons are pushed back. But the Warriors have different targets in mind. Lasbra in the jungle chased down. And is trying to lead him on a wild goose chase. Instead, it will
doesn't
be
have too much get in, get out potential. He is either, I am ready, I'm dropping my ultimate, we're going in, or I'm kinetic charging out. And it looks like Phantom's got a great opportunity to try and kill Mo here with the ult from Awesome Jake, just to confirm the kill. Remember, there's no birds up. Another pick here could be the end of the game.
Yeah, a minute-long timer for the carry. Who's going to be sitting in the grayscale while the Warriors walk forward towards the base. 5 strong, Fire Minions in left, Fire Minions in mid, and even though they're pretty far behind, Fire Minions over there and right as well. Grouping from the Warriors around the mid. Phoenix looking to try and go up to have advantage in this set and put themselves on set point. They step in and they're looking to melt through people, but Netroid goes down first. Lasbra joins him in death. That might be enough. Without Netroid, they lose a lot of their damage. Pagon has to put the work forward, has the burn for Mike. Not quite, there it is. The tick damage afterward, finds it, and that's 3 gone on the Dragons, 1 still gone on the Warriors. Somersault Cloud for Sot, keeps him alive. Trelly, they don't like their odds
available.
Right now,
they got to also be looking for the skies.
You got to be careful here if you're Nika. You had mentioned it earlier, relatively tanky. And I think we're still seeing that. Does not take a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Mike is getting burned, and the tick damage once again takes his life. Nika jumps in, but Nika cannot get it done this time. Frontline for the Dragons gone. Meanwhile, frontline for the Warriors. Sot's barely able to get up under the Somersault Cloud, but he gets there. Lasbra comes in. Lasbra's a wrecking house right now. Triple kill for the jungler, looking for 4. If he can just find Panatom, but the health bars are low, and it's getting dangerous. Jake's gonna go in, and Panatom's going with him. They want the kill. But what can this Pele do? Nothing! As they control it with the CC and with Fire Minions running into the base Trelly, that just wins them the game. The full-on deicide, and now on set point for the Warriors.
It was a win-win regardless, even if Awesome Jake doesn't keep Panatom alive there. There's no way
ONI
Lazarus
Warriors seems to be the
all.
favorite moving into the grand finals. The JADE Dragons have got to stop them here in game number 4. Can they do it, or are the Warriors going to remain undefeated? Let's jump into game 4.
Not just remain undefeated, but potentially
Horus
able to disengage before things get too squirrely for him. Sot can't quite say the same. Couldn't get the level 2 cringe gank. Went back at level 3. Lasbra, first blood against the solo lane.
CC goes. And it does not seem like they have too much CC otherwise. If it's not a knockup, not too much to worry about. Dardes does have the ultimate though. And actually, Panatom dives this, the ult.
There's going to be as simple as pressing 4, gets the kill there, and then the Undying Love, the healing as well, looking for the peel from Jake. They need a little more damage, and they've got what they need. 1 more hit is all it takes. Lasbra goes down. 2 kills for the Warriors, and Pagon somehow through. We've mentioned the 5 physical of the Dragons.
Yep.
And what we're going to see is how easily that makes it for the Warriors to just chase him down, dive the tower.
He gets 2? No.
Does not die. No way does Panatom walk out of there.
Wow.
Sot still goes down. A little bit of a balancing act. Jake has to play carefully. And Pagon's left out to dry because of it.
The
so
JADE Dragons have gotten it pretty close to cap, but they have to retreat once they hear the Yorm's coming. And Dardes gets knocked up. This is definitely pressure towards the ONI Warriors towards this beacon.
Nika starts up the fight. Sot tanks the tower for too long, takes too much damage, and is gone. Pagon maybe following in his footsteps. A lot of damage thrown his way, has to fall back. Beacon swaying in favor of the Dragons, back in favor of the Warriors, now back in favor of the Dragons. Netroid getting pushed out. Panatom can't do much about it.
The ONI Warriors, they don't want to go for a steal, they want to go for a fight.
Might have to find a very appropriate kill onto Mike as the target. Pagon isolates Lasbra in the jungle. Taunt gonna be good. But it's a 2v2. Nika, Lasbra versus the rest. Fire Giant goes the way of the Dragons. Burn needs to be there if you want the kill. Pagon, though, is the one that falls first, and it looks like the Dragons not only able to get out of here, might turn things around. Nika moving forward, has the transformation, is chasing him down. Vote, Lasbra trying to find the right path to cut him off. and Jake is going to be the one who walks away, and they turn their eyes towards Netroid, turn their eyes towards Sot. They kill off the solo laner for the Warriors. 2 gone on the order side, and now the siege begins in true for the Dragons. Tier 1 in mid, out of there. Tier 2 gonna follow shortly thereafter, and they have their eyes set on the Phoenix.
Yep, no ultimates available for the Warriors. They just have to sit here and watch and hope their sustain is enough. It will not be. This Phoenix certainly drops down. Panatom teleported in, but he's gonna have to watch as the Jade hasn't been able to stop the Dragons. I mean, once that shred comes through from Marty, once everyone gets Executioner down, that sort of thing, the tanks start to be a lot less tanky, and it's actually the ONI Warriors getting aggressive here?
And they're going to chase down at least Lasbro right now. Pin is good, but Sot wants a little more. Knockups, you had called it. It's the main form of CC here for the Warriors, and it's enough to get that kill. Panatom's incredibly low, but Panatom has a team to peel for him, and that's going to be a second one picked up easily for the Warriors. They lose the right side Phoenix in the process, though, Trelly. A lot to sacrifice for just a couple of kills, but what can they do on the map? What kind of pressure can they get? It's a tier 2 at least. 5v3? Do you want them to go for a Phoenix here?
I don't know if they're going to go for it. Looks like they feel confident. Sot still has his ultimate. He's going to step forward. It looks like the Phoenix is the call, and they're just sieging forward.
They're going to hold it. They're going to look for some damage. They're looking for Mike. Pagon taking a little more damage than maybe he would like. Netroid, as well as Sot, taking too much. The Phoenix stands, and so do the 3 surviving members of the Dragons. They thwart that attempt.
But finally, Fire Giant started up, so not enhanced. And the Jade Dragons are going to get it down low. ONI Warriors see trouble. Lasper's already in the back line.
Nika trying to do whatever he can. Burn, though, seems to be onto Vote.
Netroid.
The snipes are good from Netroid, and he finds exactly what his team needs. A little bit of zone coming from Sot. The World Serpent gets him to disengage as well. You had mentioned it, Lasper deep over on left. He's going to have to make a call here. Does he go back for the fight, especially now that the Warriors will be the ones starting up the FG? The answer to that seems to be yes. Netroid throws his DPS towards the objective. Lasbra going to be walking around back. Pagon spots him out. Pagon goes in for the fight. Pagon might not be wanting this one, though. A lot of good coming from Lasbra, and that's the ult away from the mid laner for the Warriors. Fire Giant goes towards the Order team, but now can they survive the onslaught of the Dragons? Yes, not only survive, but then thrive. Kills galore as they pour into the laps of the Warriors. All 5 dead. It's a deicide, and the Warriors running straight down mid, but Titans, they can't end right now.
Gotta get the
have
Titan
to go fight.
Even though it's a 5v1, it's not easy to try and go in and kill this Marty straight up into the sky.
Has to play carefully here. 2 assassins waiting for you on landing. But the Phoenix, it's doing a lot of damage. The Phoenix is putting in some work with Vote, and it helps kill off and negate one Fire Giant buff. Does exactly what he needs. He has the in their red buff. Matched by 5 of the Warriors. Damage onto Nika. Pretty solid as an engage, but it's going to be elsewhere that the Warriors look to get things done. Knock up, not going to connect from Pagon. Neither is the ult, but he has the autos afterward. Vote tries to get away, but the CC should be there. The snipes are there. The damage is there. And once again, Vote, first one off the board. Warriors not even bothering to fall back immediately. Still
it's going to be SOT from the sky and 2 assassins running right at you.
The Warriors looking for set number 15 in their streak. And right now they're finding it through damage on Nika. Good knock-up as well from Panatom. Finds 3. Lasbra in the midst of all 5. The damage is there. And Netroid finds the kill. Sot tanking up the Phoenix. And the Phoenix goes down. Enhanced Fire Giant putting a little bit of effort. So has a lot of damage. And is looking to use it alongside Pagon. Lasbra caught out. Needs a little more. And Pagon is able to find it. Knock-up. Gonna be good. But Panatom loses his life in the process. Dardes getting chased down. Dardes makes it back to the fountain. The snipes not on the mark. Now Pagon's gone. The Dragons making a defense that they needed here to keep their Titan alive. They push the Warriors back, but now the enhanced fire minions walking in lane with the 3 left. They just don't have the damage, Trelly. Dragons, they might not find any advance. All you need is this one fight. We can ignore a majority of what has led up to it and where the damage is at. Instead, see what happens. It's Nika leading the way, but the damage onto Panatom, it seems great, but it's not enough to get the kill. Instead, the turnaround is there. Pagon low and getting chased out by Lasbra. Pin is good. The snipes not able to help rectify this. The mid laner for the Warriors off the board. Now at 4v5. Low health bars healing for the Warriors keeps them in this engagement. They seem a little iffy on where they want to go. Vote. They can spot them thanks to the wards on the map. Nika teleports back in. It's a 5v4. A lot of utility off the board.
Yep, and because of that, the Jade Dragons did exactly what they wanted. They stalled out the Enhanced Fire Giant, they have the one-man advantage, and Lazarus was able to clear over on the left side of the map. Only Panatom's ultimate is available, but still he blinks forward and boat's gone!
It's just as easy as that, man. Panatom gets it done.
Both
now
relics.
You've got the exact number that you want, even if you're the Warriors. Aggressive with the way they've been playing, but the carry gone for the Dragons. Nika steps forward. Nika's taking a lot of damage, dishing out a good bit as well. Panatom has to play carefully, goes in deep, looks for Dardez, needs a little help. Netroid kills off Nika. Dardez is getting chased, but you need some more help of your Panatom. Finally, the cavalry allies, and they're going to get rid of Lasbra for him. Double kill for Netroid, and now not only a distinct numbers advantage, all 5 members of the Warriors alive. Granted, Pagon, going to take a little while to get here, Chelly, but I see weakened Phoenixes, and I know exactly what the Warriors are going for. 25 seconds until vote's back. A lot of effort that has to go into this, but we've seen this defense work out well for the Dragons before.
Yeah, Panatom's weak, but he's got the sustain, and already SOT has teleported back in. You said it, Pagon's late to the party, but PBM, he's got nowhere to dash to. Dardez finally lets him go, but he's got a horse back to base, and it's Dardez versus all of the ONI Warriors.
You've got one carry alive, knocked up, damage is good. Another one's going to take his place, just like a Hydra, but unfortunately for the Dragons, that head gets sliced off, and the win streak,
as per usual, aggressively